Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's time to turn it up and let the music flow. Step behind the curtain, take a front row seat. Talking rock and roll, got the stories on repeat. From classic hits to brand new sound, we're digging deep where legends are found. The show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Yes, yeah. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. Oh, from past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's play. From vinyl spins to streaming waves, chart toppers, deep cuts, the songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. Songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. We'll crank it up and break it down. Let's rock, let's rock. It's time for the show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. From past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's party. What's your favorite? What's the best show? What's the top track? Let's roll it back. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Let's ride. Music memories come alive. New tunes, old grooves, rockin' blast. Welcome in your VIP class. And now it's showtime.
One over here too. Well, look who's in the motherfucking house today. Look at this shit. Some Ken Cloud. How in the fuck are you, man?
Doing good. Doing good.
Holy shit, I haven't seen you. Well, I see you every once in a while, but mostly in passing. Today you actually made an attempt to stop at the compound for a day. Oh, I suppose I should probably have a mic in front of me instead of in my ear.
No, I like it in the ear.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. Oh, hey.
I've never heard that one before.
So yeah, we were actually in the man cave, the Zen Den, talking earlier, and I was like, dude, we were talking about your cousin who made the choice to go to recovery and that is a hard decision. So from what I understand, you now also have quit drinking.
Yes.
Dude, that's give me some knuckles for that. All right. How many months now?
I haven't really kept track. I just know a general idea. Sometime in March.
Yeah. Well, hey, congrats to you and keep it up.
Thank you.
A little plug to the Mountain Dew Code Red coming back in cans. That's very nice. So what has changed in your life since you quit drinking? I mean, it's got to be a life-altering experience. I mean, I know because I've gone through it as well, but I mean, you were telling me you've lost weight.
Yes. Yeah, I just started eating better. I've lost 40 pounds. I didn't even check for the first few months, and I went in and got my blood pressure checked, and I got the vital signs of an athlete, believe it or not.
Hey, there you go. So, see, they didn't say a sumo, but
no, I was thinking middle linebacker.
Yeah, middle linebacker, yeah. And obviously the fact that you don't drink now, you probably wake up and you feel better.
Yes, definitely.
And you're probably getting more stuff accomplished.
Yes. Well, I'm thinking about it a lot more. I'm still working on that self-discipline part. I'm really working on clearing the headspace still right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you sent me that YouTube link to the page that you use. Well, tell me more about what it is.
It's about the Stoic philosophy. There's three major ones that they always quoting is Epictetus, Seneca is the second one, and Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. And so really what the Stoic philosophy is controlling your own headspace and how you interpret things. Like Marcus Aurelius is quoted as saying, the soul is dyed with the color of its thoughts.
Sure.
And so if you're going around thinking doom scrolling or, just having all those thoughts in your head all the time, of course you're going to feel unwell mentally. And I mean, you gotta learn to process your emotions as they come, not just ignore them or, scroll past them.
Absolutely. And that's a great reminder too, because what we were talking about in there was, how our lives have changed so much. And, when I moved back from Florida, the first couple of months, of course, it was great. I was back in Minnesota. I got to see some people. Everything was going good. And then I hit that wall where I missed my friends in Florida.
Yeah.
And so I kind of went into a really deep depression as well. Obviously called 811 a couple of times and stuff like that. And so when I left that job, the pressure came off, and I for a little bit I felt better. I was like, okay, I'm switching positions to a new place, and I immediately ran into somebody at that job from my previous job that basically chastised me right there in front of the whole store about what I did at this other job. And I'm like, and for some reason something kicked in, and I just smiled and I just deflected everything this jackass had to say at me, but it went in my ear, and so it bothered me. But in public, I just was just like, whatever, dude, have a nice day, and let him have his little piece. And then it just kept gnawing at me, and then all of a sudden I hated that job. I despised going to it. And then I fell even deeper into that hole where I was literally not wanting to do anything. So when I finally made the decision to go back into the entertainment business, complete 180 within probably 2 weeks, because after that first show, man, I was just like, I'm back.
Yeah, yes, I can imagine that.
And so now I have a whole new appreciation for, I don't get as road ragey as I used to, because there's some really bad drivers in northern Minnesota. and you know it too. You drive it a lot. I understand it's called the speed limit, which means you're not supposed to go any faster than that. But try to get close to that speed.
And maintain, please.
And maintain, yes. My biggest pet peeve, and I'm not even going to be like, I would literally want to run them off the road, is the person that goes from 60 down to about 48, and then up to 55, and then down to 47 in a 60.
Oh yeah,
and it's a no passing zone, so you can't get around them, and you just want to like put the phone down or get off the road, because you're killing me, Smalls. And just I don't speed as much as I used to. I mean, I was lead foot. If it was 60, I was 75.
I just like 67.
So now I'm at that point. Even sometimes I'll catch myself like at 63, and I'll be just like, oh, there ain't nobody in front of me and nobody behind me. Fuck it, I'll just stay at the speed for a little while. But maybe it's because I'm getting older. I guess I don't want to hurry as much, because really
then that adds stress.
It adds stress. And like me, I leave, like if my show's at 7 o'clock at Birchwood and Hackensack, which is a 27-minute drive, I leave at 5:30. I get there an hour before I even start, get everything set up by 6:15, and then I have 45 minutes to kill.
and to cover any mistakes or anything you forgot.
So instead of like leaving at 10 after 6, getting there at 6:40 and only giving myself 20 minutes, I've found when I do that, the show doesn't go as well because I've rushed myself to get set up to make sure that I was ready at 7 o'clock, where, even like the Toad Lake store, which is, 37 minutes. I mean, I leave at 5:15. I get there at 6 o'clock and I'm just like, okay, literally my setup is in a corner. It takes me less than 6 minutes to set up. But then I get to go walk around bullshit with people and make connections for people that may not know what the hell we're doing that night. So it helps me. So the centering, erasing the negative thoughts, it's an absolute wonderful way to live life. So thank you for sharing that with me. I will definitely, because I'm a YouTuber. I literally spend half my life on YouTube, the other half listening to music. So I couldn't tell you Big Bang Theory. Me and Mary watched Big Bang Theory a lot. But I have this new streaming device that I have this 24/7 channels on there where literally any TV show that's ever been on, it literally streams it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So bedtime, usually put that on, so it'll just start in an episode wherever it's at, and it'll just go on to the next episode. You don't have no commercials, nothing. So it's kind of nice. And I'm glad this friend of mine down in Florida brought it to my attention. He was like, "You paying for cable?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." He goes, "No, here, take this stick, put it in your blah, 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 go to this." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Oh shit, there's 20,000 movies on here I can watch." And he's like, "All right, $20, you can have it. Here, give me 3 more for every other TV in the house." Then I've ended up hooking up probably a dozen people with this stick for $20 because I'm like, "You want free TV?" They're like, "Yeah, I want free TV." I'm like, "You want to watch anything you want?" "Well, yeah." "All right, give me $20 and I'll have a stick for you." They're like, "All right." So if you want a stick for free TV, $20.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I got $20.
You know what they say, $20 is $20.
Yes.
So I guess my other question for you is what have you used to fill your free time that you used to use to drink? A lot of this is going to go back to how music influenced our relationship, but I really want to know because sometimes, like I said, I'm home all day by myself and there's only so much you can do cleaning a house. So what have you used as tools that were your drinking times?
That I'm actually still figuring out. It didn't take me long to realize that I was not so consumed to get home to have a drink or to drop my kids off or to do this to have a drink. I've been reading. I've got the complete Stoicism book I'm reading, and I'm taking my time to read it. Like I'll read a sentence like 10 times until it finally clicks in my head before I move on to really digest the book instead of just read it, get to the end.
Yeah. And that's a great point that a lot of people don't necessarily do with the book. They just read it so they can say they read it, or they maybe comprehend 15-20% of it. Where if you take your time, I mean, I used to be a huge book reader, like John Saul and Stephen King, all those kind of books. My mom used to read them, and then she would just give them to me, and so I would read. But I would read like 2 or 3 pages and then put the book down so that way I could go, okay, so they walked into the diner and they did this. So that way I can mentally put the story in my head instead of just reading it. Because if you just read it front to back in a day, well, you could just watch the movie in 2 hours. Yeah. What's the point? So I like the way you are handling that and keep doing that because obviously, the big book, 12-step recovery is a big thing. I don't use it. My dad has been a stoic user of it for 43 years now. But I understand the philosophies of it, and a lot of what you're doing, are those steps. You're finding yourself. You're trying to learn more about being a complete person and stuff like that. And that's great, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
What I've found for me, and I know you are a music person as well, because you have obviously we met at Music Bingo.
Yeah.
So you were a fan of music because you obviously came to Music Bingo, and so we formed a friendship since Music Bingo. But you came to my 50th birthday party. We have exchanged Spotify playlists and stuff like that. So I know music is a big part of your life, and music is really what has kept me from drinking is immersing myself in whatever's playing on my. Obviously, you heard the first thing that played on the player was Frank Sinatra. So there's a little bit of everything in there. But what I'm trying to do is now I'm trying to listen to stuff that is not an everyday listen. Like if you turn on Sirius XM, doesn't matter what channel you put on. Any of the turbo channels, they're almost the exact same playlist. Yeah. Because I use the app, so I stream it. I'm like Turbo Party, Turbo Workout. Oh, okay, you're just flip-flopping the songs from noon to midnight. And you play the same shit. So I'm getting bored with Sirius XM, so now I'm starting to mix thumb drives together, and I'm just starting to play random shit. But I found when I just sit back and listen to whatever it is and try to listen to the instrumentation and what the vocals are, how they're pairing with the music, and if there's a background ambiance that you can hear, like chimes and bells and stuff. So instead of just listening to the music, I'm trying to hear the music. Mm-hmm. And I'll come upstairs sometimes after that and tell Mary, "Oh my God, you wouldn't believe the playlist tonight." She's like, "Yeah, I know, I heard it."
Yes. I have to say, for me, the mood sets what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Like, so if the beat just starts out, the melody gets my body moving, then I'll just sit there and listen to music. The words can be whatever. They could be singing IRS tax code for all I care. It's just the music. And then sometimes just the words. I like to go on the journey that they're taking me on, and then I just sit back and go with them and try to, feel what they were feeling during that song. It's kind of almost like an emotional exercise for me. And so I don't, when my emotions do rise, they don't run amok and do whatever.
You got to find your center. Mm-hmm. I always call it, and of course that's the reason why I call it the Zen Den, is because when I'm laying back in my lazy boy and the song is playing and I got the lights going and that chair feels like it's grabbing me and pulling me in, and I'm pretty much motionless with my blanket on me and I'm tucked in, and I can lay there for an entire song and not move. I found my Zen. Mm-hmm. I found I can literally turn the stereo off right then, walk upstairs, go to sleep. I will sleep 8 hours straight through because I found my balance. I found the center where the music took me to a point that only that song can do it at that time.
Yes.
Once I find that, fuck, the rest of the time in there is just gravy, man. Mm-hmm. But it takes 4 or 5 songs of relaxation, breathing, obviously hitting the vape pen, getting into a nice indica, and then you just kind of, I always Mary tried cereal bars one time. You've heard the story.
Yes.
And I tried to just tell her, just ride it out, man. Just ride it out.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do is, you only get so much high off of a THC vape. You can get way higher with grass, with flower, but the vapes you can only hit so high. So you hit that till you get that perfect balance, and then you just lay there, and then
you gotta work with it for those as opposed to the flower. Yeah,
just let all your aggression for the day, the bad thoughts you had about this person because they pissed you off at work, or this really bad driver, or dinner didn't really turn out that well, so you're kind of upset that you overcooked something or whatever, and maybe you had an argument with your spouse about something, or you discussed money and things got a little tense, and just let it all go, just push it out. To me, if more people in this world could figure out how to do that,
yes,
the world would be.
The Stoics would say that a lot too. You take the time at the end of the day, reflect on everything, and once you've done that, let it go. Just let it push it off. And
like Frozen said, let it go. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. I appreciate the fact that this channel doesn't have to necessarily be about music. We did talk music, of course, because my top 3 albums have changed. I decided that, and I'm just going to reference why. So obviously, I have 5 Beastie Boy t-shirts. Beastie Boys is my favorite thing of all time. They've actually outgone Prince now. When the Beastie Boys come on in the Zen Den, I sing literally every word to it. Prince comes on, his greatest hits 1, 2, 3. I only know about half of them, so I guess I'm not as big of a Prince fan as I thought I was. But anyway, so Paul's Boutique, 1989, absolute masterpiece. Of course, Purple Rain, still my favorite Prince album and top 3. But I took Van Halen out because I've been playing a lot of Van Halen in the Zen Den.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't do it to me the way if Sublime comes on. Like, I had 3 Sublime CDs. When they come on, dude, I just completely go right into Bradley's head, and I can hear everything he's saying, and I can picture the dog on stage, and I can see it. Where with Van Halen, the only thing I can picture is the songs that had music videos. Mm-hmm. Because obviously as an MTV brat, I watched every video that ever played during MTV's era. I literally had MTV on 24/7. I actually had a TV on top of a TV so I could play my video games, my Nintendo, while MTV was playing on top. I would turn the volume down and turn the music on. So I would literally be playing video games so maybe that's why. So like when I'm in the Zen Den, I'll have the TV on, I'll watch the Twins, but I'll have the CD player playing. Because I really don't care what the commentators have to say, because I say the same shit they say when I'm sitting in my chair. I'll literally be like, oh, he should have thrown to third. And then the guy will say, yeah, he should have really actually thrown that ball to third. That's what I just said, asshole. So anyway, Sublime now has made top 3. Bad Wolves Disobey is still number 4. I may take a listen to the 3 again. This one here just riles me up, man. This is if I'm in a bad mood day, I bring this out, I listen to that, and there's so much aggression in there that I literally just, I'm not that angry. I'm good, man. I'm good. So what I want to know is, I ask everybody that comes on the show, what was your first musical influence you remember hearing and going, I love music?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
Yes.
Ozzy Osbourne. Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne, or Ozzy Osbourne?
Blizzard of Oz was my first tape.
So some Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Some I Don't Know, some Suicide Solution.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
So the one after that, I would have to say, was Diary of a Madman.
Wow.
Yes. I used to sit at home, I told my kids this, on sick days. Well, I pretended to be sick.
Yeah.
And I'd put this in the stereo, and I'd give secret concerts to whoever was on the couch, which was nobody, in my underwear.
Hey.
Yeah, just singing away.
I'm not even gonna comment on that, because I may have done that with a hairbrush in the day as well when I skipped school because I wasn't feeling well, to probably Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. Mm-hmm. Because there were like 4 music videos on MTV for that album, so I got to see a lot of live footage, because most of their videos were live footage with their CD overplaying it. Yeah. But I used to do the exact same shit, man. Just like do the whole Vince Neil poses and well, my sister had Cabbage Patch Kids, so I always had a fucking audience.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I was the only child, so I just had the coach.
I had my sister's Cabbage Patch Kids, so I had about 13 or 14 people in the front row that I would do my shows to. And then when I found the Beastie Boys, 1986, man, when I found License to Ill, oh no, I was hat backwards, and I was rapping right along with them to... anyway. So Diary of a Madman.
And then I think I went to Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. That was my...
Oh, that's New Jersey that's on here, not...
Yeah, that was my tape. I just fixated on it. I was all I remember is that one until grunge came around.
Yeah. Thanks, grunge.
Yes.
Actually, grunge came at the right time because hair metal was getting too over the top.
Mm.
The bands that came, well, see, I hate to say that because like I love Firehouse, but Firehouse didn't come out till 1990.
Yeah.
They were a late comer into the thing, but they had a different sound than they were all about bass. I've seen them like 4 times live, and every time the fucking ground rumbles when the bass player's hitting his notes, where all the other hair bands were all about the high squeal with their screechy voices and the screaming guitars, and they kind of faded out the drums and the bass. It was all about that in-your-face highs.
Yeah.
And so when Firehouse and Steelheart and Tesla, when they all came around, well, Tesla was out in 86, but Tesla started kind of following that trend because all 3 of them went on tour together, and it was a fucking amazing tour. It was an unbelievable concert. But the like Hurricane Alice and all these, they were was sleazy. They didn't even write really good songs. They were terrible musicians. All they had was a look. And then grunge came out, and they were like, all right, we're done with you. And all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, now I'm wearing flannel shirts and Doc Martens. What happened? I used to have spiked hair, and now I smell like patchouli oil. And
well, did you get out before the Jinkos came out?
I never wore a pair of Jinkos. I was raising kids, which is a sad excuse, but it gets used to me all the time when people go, I don't know this song. I'm like, oh, it came out in 86. Well, I was raising kids in 86. What, you didn't own a fucking radio? Never watched TV once?
You're right.
Oh, okay. You had kids. You spend a lot of time at home. You can't tell me MTV never came on once. Come on.
I know it was on whenever I had control of TV.
Oh, absolutely. My sister actually was the one that made me watch MTV at first because she was waiting for Madonna's or whatever, and then all of a sudden I see.
Oh, you had to sit there and call her when it was on?
Yeah, Madonna's on. Oh, I'm coming. Or what was the other one? Cyndi Lauper. Any of those kind where then, she would go in a room and play, and I'd have to call her out every time one of the Poppy videos came on. Then Headbangers Ball came around. I'm like,
oh, yes, I remember that.
I was like, I'm set. And then Yo MTV Raps. I was like, all right, because, I'm still a rap fan. I don't like new rap, but I like rap. I like old school rap. I like hip hop. I like storytellers. That's why I like listening to music the way I do, is because that singer only has 3.5 minutes and about 100 words to tell you a complete story.
Yes.
So to me, I think songwriters are probably some of the most talented people in the world, because if you can take me on a journey in 3.5 minutes where I feel like I literally went on a journey, not only did you write the perfect lyrics for it, but the music that accompanied it was exactly the way it was supposed to be. I can read a book and I can watch the movie and I'll get 2 different.
Yeah.
Where in the book did his penis come out 13 times?
Right? So for me, I always tell my kids, I said, if you really like a book or a movie, I said, you can, or a series that are based on books, I said, wait for all the movies to come out. You watch that, you get their version. I said, then you read the book and you're going to say it's so much better. It's a mental training, because now if you read the book, oh, the book is so great, and you go watch the video and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like, if you literally watched the 18 hours of the extended version, because I believe each one of them are 6 hours long, it's almost as long as reading the books.
Yes, and you paid somebody to make this vision for you.
I have sat and watched all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies with the extended, that 6-disc set or whatever the hell it was. I watched them all. There's a lot of walking in that movie. Them fuckers, they walked a long way. But the story that Peter Jackson did was, because I read Lord of the Rings back in high school or in junior high, whatever it was. I think it was a required reading or something like that. It did a pretty damn good job. I mean, for the most part, it was close to the story. I mean,
there's whole sections that were cut out, but like the Tom Bombadillo, that section was cut out, but I can see why it was, because it doesn't progress the plot.
No,
it was just like this little side quest.
Yeah, we don't need that extra side quest. Yeah. This isn't MMORPG shit here.
Yeah,
but I do appreciate Peter Jackson's vision, because it takes a lot to make 18 hours. I mean, that's 18 hours on film.
Yeah.
How much do you think he cut? He probably cut 10 hours. And those poor actors.
I know.
Holy shit. Because they filmed Towers and Return back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a lot of shooting. I mean, I do this for an hour and I'm like, I'm ready for a nap. I couldn't imagine, morning to night. Well, then again, it would be fun, because I always wanted to be an actor. I always thought it'd be cool to just do one, just to experience what it's like to be in front of, I mean, obviously I'm in front of a camera now, but to experience what it's like to actually do a movie and then watch all of it come together, how the director sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Where, because, obviously they don't film it front to back.
Right.
They're going to be like, all right, we're going to film the end first. And they're like, what? Well, because the guy's got to get his hair cut, or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. So, sure, film the end first. And then it's like, well, you gave away the ending.
Yeah.
I didn't even read the script. I'm going to ad-lib everything. A lot of fuck yous in this movie.
Prepare to use it like a comma.
Yeah, that's right. It is now punctuation. So what else? I guess we can talk. What concerts have you seen? I mean, you're a concert goer, right?
Not particularly.
Okay.
The last one we went to was me, Sarah, our friend Elizabeth, and Jeff, and it was Bush down at Fillmore.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
I remember hearing about that concert.
I adopted a grandpa there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He nice old guy.
Yes, with the pen.
Mm.
So we were standing there. We got there extra early, and so we were only about 10, 15 feet from people probably. So if I'm the stage, we were off to the left, just kind of about 15 feet out there. And so we're standing there, and we're watching the cover band, and I was like, ooh, what's that? And I look, and it's just a bunch of people standing there, nobody moving. I was like, okay. So they'll probably have it again. So then I fucking turned around, and I looked, and there's this guy with his wool hat, knit hat, long hair, probably close to mid-60s, I'd say. And I looked at him, I was like, come here. And he was like, what? I said, do you got any for sale? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, don't try to fool me. I said, I smelled it twice, and you're the only person that's been standing there for the last 20 minutes. I said, no, it's you. I said, let me get some. He's like, no, but you can share. I was like, all right. So we chatted a little bit, and I had a couple puffs, and this was what I was still drinking. So I went and got everybody's drink order and went up, and he's like, oh, I'm going to follow you. So he followed me up there, and he came back because he had to go to the bathroom, and I saw him come back with all these drinks, and then all of a sudden we get to back where we were standing, and it's just filled with people. And I mean, I yelled, Sarah, and yelled, and well, I didn't yell with my hands because I was holding drinks, but finally she turned and she's like, oh, hey, and then also the crowd split. And I was like, all right. So I started making my way up to Sarah, and I turned around, and he's still back there by the wall, and I was like, oh, hell no. I said, Grandpa! Reached out, he grabbed his hand, and the crowd split again, and they pulled him all up here, and he's like, all right. He's like, here you go, you can just hold on to this for the night. And I'm fucking ripping out his pen. And
nice.
Fucking, we were sitting there, and all of a sudden I feel, and I look over at him, he's like, I need to hold on to you. I can't stand up anymore.
That's good. He's your adopted grandpa for the show. Well, hey, conspiracy theory thing, cash is king. If they shut the electricity down, you ain't going to use your credit card
nope.
to make a purchase with anything.
We found that out, that storm.
Yes. Yeah. So how did the storm, did you guys get any damage from the storm?
Not on our property.
Okay.
We were just north of town, so we just had lost power for about 4 hours.
I have not been to Bemidji yet since the storm.
It'll bring a tear to your eye, especially if you go around the east side of the lake. All them pines are gone.
Fuck. I heard the cemetery is all the trees are knocked down, and half the cemetery, the trees are gone.
Yeah. But you will see some new houses. Houses I've probably never seen in 45 years.
Oh, I suppose all those houses that were hidden by trees. Yeah.
Yes.
Those people that thought, this is the perfect place to put a house, man. Nobody will ever see me. Well, wind knocks down the trees. Now they got highway front property.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrible for them. You know, it's happening way too much lately. It seems like every year, Minnesota or Iowa, because Iowa's been getting the derechos just as well, that northern Minnesota and Iowa, well, mostly Minnesota, Iowa, are getting these once-a-year storms that just wreak absolute havoc on one city. Yeah. You know, it's like, I mean, I understand it was a stretch, but Bemidji got hit.
Yeah.
You know, Nevis, we didn't hardly even see any rain that day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys got the eye of the storm, and it just came through and devastated that town. I mean, it's my friends that live in Iowa, they lost a bunch of stuff from that storm several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
To reach it, we actually went down to help. No, we didn't. We went down to Hill City to help during that one time when the storm, 100-mile-an-hour winds knocked all the trees down. We went down with chainsaws and helped cut people out of their houses because there were people trapped in their houses. And it's just like, I don't get why all of a sudden these storms are coming as frequent as they are now. I mean, I don't know. I'm stoned. I don't know. I don't know. It was just a thought. I'm not going to go down the Joe Rogan rabbit hole theory here and start saying it's, you know, HARP or anything like that. It's not man-made.
Yeah.
That we know of. Wink, wink. So how was the Bush concert?
It was good. It was good.
Gavin still has a good voice.
He does.
Okay.
He does. He actually still looks pretty strapping for his age.
Yeah. So, and who was the opening band?
Stargazer.
Okay, cover band or opening? Just
an opening.
Okay, were they any good?
Sorta. Some polishing.
Yeah, I mean that's why you're an opening band. Yeah, that's why you're not Bush.
Yes.
Never seen Bush. Never seen. Well, I have seen Bush, but I haven't seen the band Bush. Let me rephrase that. I have seen Bush. Okay. No, I've never seen the band Bush live, and I mean, I think the Bush CD in my CD player, the Razor Blade Suitcase or whatever the one is that has all their big hits on it.
Oh yeah.
Everything's Zen CD, whatever. I don't even know the name of it. I'm not a huge Bush fan, but then again, I was fighting back against 90s rock when 90s rock was coming in because I just didn't want to let go of my youth. But then I found all these bands, and I went, okay, yeah, these bands are really good, like Stone Temple Pilots and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. I mean, all those bands were great. Bush has got some great music. I'm starting to appreciate a lot more of the stuff that I didn't listen to back then. Now that I'm expanding I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
Your music palette.
Yeah. My music palette is I gotta open up them pockets in my teeth so I can get more. No, like I never liked U2, and now I have a couple of U2 CDs in there because I heard a U2 song. I was like, God, I should really give these guys a chance, you know. And so, still working on that. Oh, Phenomena. Let's see. So
there's two songs that are tied to me and my best friend and his little brother and my car. It was Glycerine and
good song.
Freshman. So I had this old 77 Ford LTD.
Freshman by the Verve.
The Verve Pipe.
Verve Pipe.
Yes. And old AM radio. I took that out and I tried to put an FM radio. Of course, I know nothing about wiring or nothing. So, anyways, and battery-powered speakers and a Walkman. Well, we, for whatever reason, all of us fixated on these two songs. So we had a 90-minute tape. Half of it was Glycerine over and over, and the other half was Freshman. And we just sat there and let it play all the time.
Obsessed much?
No,
not at all. So what was it about Glycerine that made you want to, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm curious because I like the song. It's probably one of the top 3 songs of Bush that I actually, like, oh yeah, if it comes on the radio, I'll be like, fuck yeah, it's Glycerine.
I think it was really just the ballad portion of it. Okay. I mean, I don't think I had enough life experience to really understand what he was singing. And then same thing with the Freshman. It was more like the quiet or rocky or. Yeah.
You were probably a freshman when you heard it, right?
Yeah, I probably. When did that come out? I can't remember. Is that 90? No, if it was 96.
96?
I was 16. I was driving then.
Okay, so.
Just discovered girls, or maybe they just discovered me. Maybe some of that was part of
it, and they were starting to get into the ballady songs. Yeah. Okay. But wait, you were driving around with 2 guys listening to ballads. I'm just giving you shit. Just giving you a hard time. Because it was your teenage years. You never know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, well, I appreciate the fact that you texted. Sorry, I didn't pick up. I was literally upstairs. I heard my phone ringing down here, and I was like, fuck, I'm never going to make it because I got slippers on. If I run in these things, I'm going all the way down head first and fucking stairs. So by the time I got down here, you had just texted. So absolutely excited to have you over and spend a little time in the Zen Den and hell, record a podcast. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Going to talk. We might as well get it on tape.
Right.
So I guess the... once again, the big thing is sobriety from alcohol. I don't believe that marijuana is a drug, so I don't believe that I'm not an addict by any means. Mm-hmm. And I actually use it to keep me from drinking. And I actually have a friend who is coming over Tuesday record his own podcast called Cannabis is Nature's Medicine. Mm-hmm. He's a proponent for the same thing I believe in, that if it's given in the right doses to the right people and give them tasks to do, it'll keep them from wanting to drink because, that's the biggest thing is,
having a purpose.
Having a purpose. And, I know personally that it helps me, especially when I hit the indica pen and I go to sleep. I can look at my sleep numbers and tell you exactly what nights I smoked before I went to bed, because I'm usually in the high 90s, where the nights that I take Ambien or whatever the hell Mary gives me to try to sleep, I'm just tossing and turning all night, man. Boom, go right into that sleep. So the fact that you are sober, I once again just want to commend you on that and tell you that I'll help you any way I can to keep on that sober path, because
thank you.
Sobriety to us is, I actually just saw a report on YouTube last night that they're saying that more of the younger generation is actually going away from alcohol, which probably in the bigger cities, the more the kids now. Obviously you can get a THC drink, which shit. If I had the opportunity to go to a bar that had just THC drinks,
I'd be there.
I'd be there in a second, because one night I think I drank 3 5 milligram ones, and I had the same kind of buzz that I would if I hit the pen like twice.
Yeah.
So it's not a high dosage, but it gives you just enough where you get a little bit of an edge where you kind of mellow out. So yeah, man, I think personally, DJT has been talking about reclassifying marijuana. It's actually come up on the YouTube I don't know, 20 or 30 different things talking about the government's talking about reclassifying it and not having it and having it legal again, where anybody can buy it that's 18, which then would the states wouldn't have. Well, the states would still have say over it, but like this whole ban on THC or CBD vapes, disposable vapes in Minnesota is an absolute travesty. They have bubblegum flavored vodka that they don't outlaw for kids because kids can get that, but they can outlaw something that looks like this. Well, alcohol isn't as easy to hide. Dude, I drank all through high school. My parents never knew what I was drinking. So it's bullshit story. I think it's my choice to put in my body what I want. I choose not to drink alcohol, but I like to use my vape pen and I like gummies. So the government should not have any say over what I put in my body.
Yeah, see, for me, I like to stick to the flower, but just puff on the bunny once, twice.
Yeah.
Well, I just need
nice little buzz.
Get that anxiety in check.
There is a lot of anxiety nowadays. I have anxiety pretty heavy myself, especially when, like, I know I've got shit to do today, but I've got a show tonight, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the dump, and I got to go to Walmart, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I make sure the dishes are done, so when Mary comes home, the house is clean. I got to make the bed, do the laundry. I put too much anxiety, I put too much pressure on myself to make sure everything is done before, like, Mary comes home at 5:30 tonight, so I haven't made the bed yet, but everything else, I haven't done the dishes yet either. Shit. What the hell am I doing today? Oh, I cleaned the garage.
Yes, that's right.
I cleaned the garage, so never mind. I was actually going to go to town and do all those things today, but we switched our phones from, fuck are we on? We're on Xfinity. We went to Fargo and got signed up with T-Mobile because T-Mobile has the all-home 5G internet now.
Oh, yeah.
And for it's $50 a month for that, where we're paying $130 right now for whatever they have in this area, the Arvig. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Arvig is spotty. Direct line, it's great. I mean, I used to have my computer direct lined into it. It's fucking amazing, but it's just not so we're going to save $80 a month. And then we switched our phones from Xfinity over to them, and we're going to pay $100 a month, and we're paying like $130 a month for our two phones. But we just got the brand new Samsung S25 Ultras for free. Plus, nice. They're going to give us like $800 in Costco gift cards.
Wow.
Did I say Sam's Club? I'm sorry, Costco. I didn't go. The reason why we're at Costco now is we've been with Sam's Club for 15 years. Since we opened the Portal, which is our video game store, back in 2009, we went to Sam's Club because that's where we bought all of our stuff, all of our candy, everything like that. So Mary had a credit card with them for 15 years. And we had one time, I think we had like a $3,000 balance. But we hit a credit hiccup in our thing, and then it went down to like $500 or whatever. We're like, whatever. We usually pay it off right away when we use it. Well, she got knocked down to $200 for some reason, and then all of a sudden she gets a letter in the mail. We decided that we're going to close your Sam's Club credit card due to your credit score. Mary's like, bitch, I got a 700 credit score. Fuck you. So we basically said, you know what? We've been with you for 15 years, and you just cancel us like that? Cool. So we went to Costco. It's actually $10 a year cheaper at Costco for their membership. And but anyway, we got these T-Mobile phones for $100, and I was waiting home today because they said they'll be delivered between Friday and the day I die. Friday and Monday. I'm like, oh boy, thanks for fucking up my whole weekend off. You know, but because you have to sign for them because they're cell phones.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. So Thomas and Nikki were supposed to come this weekend to the house, but Thomas, they say he has a tick bite. He's been waking up at like 3 a.m. with panic attacks, and then he throws up, and So they finally brought him to the ER, and that's what they said. It was a tick bite. So he's only been on antibiotics for less than 24 hours. So they canceled coming this weekend. Well, it's like, well, shit, we had all these plans to do this weekend. And so Mary's like, oh, what are we going to do? I'm like, I have no idea, because I was planning on doing this. So we'll probably end up going into Grand Rapids now on Saturday for the county fair, because the Corn Palace there, you get an ear of corn for $1.
Yeah.
And it's just doused in butter. I'll eat like 6 ears, like literally in one sitting in a Mountain Dew. $8 altogether, $8, and I'm full but then my stomach hurts. But it's so good, because they have the salt. They have popcorn salt. It comes out and it just covers the entire piece. Oh, fuck. See, now I can't wait till tomorrow. But if our phones come today, which they haven't, and they probably won't, we actually have to drive back over to Fargo, because the guy there has to port our phone numbers over for us and transfer all the data and all that shit. So, damn, another trip to Fargo. Fuck, that trip sucks. You know that trip. You've driven that trip. It sucks.
Many times.
Yes. But there's a really cool record store that opened up down in, I guess you would call it East Fargo, right before you get the river to go to Moorhead. It's called Orange Records. I'm going to give you a fucking shout out. So if anybody's watching this that knows Orange Records, tell them Dr. Rock gave him a shout out. So they have a gigantic used CD collection in there. Gigantic. Like, I've picked up like Cypress, Dr. Dre. I picked up 2 Volbeat CDs for like $3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anytime I go now to Fargo, I'm stopping at Orange Records and I'm going through the selection, because as I was buying my last stuff on Wednesday, he was just buying an order from a person that was selling, and right on top was Slipknot, Tool, and something else. And he's like, oh, if you want to look through them, I got to go pick my wife up, man. She just got her hair did and shit. And if I leave her at the mall any longer, she's going to spend money. So I left these 9 piles of, probably would have made my second jukebox if I wanted, but I had to go. So he's like, well, these should be in the rack by Saturday. I'm like, I might have to go back to Fargo on Saturday for the phones. Ooh. So we'll see. Anyway, brother, I think we have been at it. Holy shit, it's already 3:30. Nice.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah. We've been at it. I appreciate you coming over and hanging out for a little while and talking. I probably should get the house clean before Mary gets home, because I don't want to have a whole weekend of her get mad at me because the house is dirty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But thanks for the... Oh, I didn't actually ask you what your top 3 albums are, though.
Oh, really?
So, top 3 albums. I already named mine. Once again, Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique, Sublime. Of course, Prince's Purple Rain. Now, obviously, I know one of yours has got to be an Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
I'm assuming Blizzard of Oz.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that Sublime is right up there, too. I'd say that one probably a 5, though, and that's more nostalgia reasons.
Yeah.
That's what I blasted everywhere I was riding, so.
Yes.
And let's see, and then, Green Day Dookie.
It's a good album.
And so I'd say that's number 2. I'm going out of order. 1 was Ozzy, 2 Green Day, 3 Ace of Base.
The Sign?
Yes.
Or was that
the first one? The
first one was that one called Ace of Base. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my one guilty pleasure.
Oh, that's yeah. Another baby. All she wants is a baby.
That and Green Day's Dookie. You can put that song at any time, any place, and I just start singing right along.
So and that's exactly what these 3 albums. Mm-hmm. You can literally take the needle and just go boink 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 and let it stop, and I will literally within 5 seconds be like right in with them singing every one of those albums, including this double album bitch right here. There's a lot of extra stuff on that second disc that, the B-side to an album like that is long, but dude, I appreciate you coming over and
number
sharing.
4. I got to get number 4.
Uh-oh.
Just dive it. It's actually a tied for third place for the Ace of Base is Alanis Morissette's
Jagged
Little Pill. Yes.
That CD was stuck in my CD player at work because I had a Discman, and if I was to pull it out, I was going to pull all the insides out. So until I could afford to buy a new Discman, and that shit wasn't cheap back then.
Oh no.
I had to listen to Alanis Morissette for about 2 months straight. And I was in a manufacturing job where I sat. So all I did was just put the headphones in, and I was making switches up at Berquist up there. I was just like, boop, 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 boop. And it was just, you ought to know, all so fucking day long.
Is it a personal hell or is it a good memory?
No, I was kind of going through some shit at the time. So
good angry screaming music.
Yeah, it was a good experience to have her sing to me the same thing I was feeling as a man.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Within reason. Yeah. So anything, she had a lot of angst in that album, and at the time I was just getting out of the military. I was trying to figure myself out, and I was kind of in a bad relationship with a ex-wife.
Yeah.
And so it was not a really good time. So she kind of saved me from wanting to, well, I drank a lot, so that helped too.
Yes.
With having to listen to her. So Alanis Morissette, Ace of Base, Green Day Dookie, and Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz.
Yes.
It's a pretty good 4.
Yeah.
I do have to say Ace of Base.
Eclectic.
Very eclectic. Ace of Base, though, that one surprised me, but I can say I have the CD, and I probably have listened to the whole thing at least a dozen times. Mm-hmm. So it's not a slight at any means. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and music, because that's what we're all about here at Dr. Rock's Backstage Pass. And I want to thank everybody for watching this. If you do, of course, Ken Cloud, thank you very much for coming over today.
You're welcome.
And we will see you on the flip side. All right.